I take my gun and I go, pew, 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 pew! Pew, 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 pew! I take my gun and I go, pew, 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 pew!
Welcome to episode 31 of the Florida Gun Supply live broadcast that we host every Monday night at 9 o'clock. I am your host, Andy Hallinan. Excited to be here tonight. Thanks for joining. I don't own a gun shop. I lead a movement.
Andy Hallinan.
Andy Hallinan.
Andrew Hallinan, the owner of that Florida Gun Supply store.
It's not just about guns for us. It's about life and liberty.
The solution to violent crime is for good guys like you and I to unite, to get armed, get trained, and carry daily.
This guy's educated. He's an educated guy. He's speaking the truth. Took so much weight off my shoulders.
We're the kind of patriots you've always wanted to be. Join us. Welcome to yet another Monday night. This is Andy with Florida Gun Supply. Our message here is to get armed, get trained, and carry daily. This is episode 31 of the only Second Amendment show across the nation that encourages you to be the star of the show. We want you to interact, engage, ask questions, and comment below. As you are going through this, it is very important to give your feedback. I've got two separate monitors set up here, one on Facebook, one on YouTube, so that we can see everybody and interact. Larry Losal, good to see you. Joe Hudson on YouTube, and Sean Gullo, as well as Brian Sharp, Carl Graham, Chris Glenn, and Peace Walker, Tim Alexander, and Garris Matthews. Pleased to see you guys. Guys, we've got a great show lined up tonight. I am all sorts of behind on what we were supposed to be doing today. We only just got show prep done about 3 minutes ago, so we're a little bit late this week, but we are very excited to have you here. One of the reasons that we create the show is so that we can help inspire people. People like Michelle, Jacob Novotny, Gabriel Novotny, people like Billy New, everybody that watches this video, we want to inspire you to get off your couch, to go out and be the change that we want to see in our communities, because the last thing we want to do is end up on the wrong side of an ideology that is being shoved down our throats across the United States. We stand for conservative values, values to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. The people that are watching this show believe in the United States of America. We believe in the current administration, and we believe that it is up to us to make this country a better, safer America. And if we do not unite together, if we do not protect this country, if we do not instill the values of a conservative belief system to our kids, they may just end up in a story like this.
There's a new children's book out this Christmas. Takes us inside Santa's wedding. We meet Santa's husband, David. We're going to talk to the author and the illustrator ahead. Still ahead, a holiday children's book tells the story of Santa Claus with a fresh new twist. There are some families, though, not so happy about the book's maybe not so hidden agenda.
Yeah, they call it a political agenda. We have the author and the illustrator here with us live to talk about their new book, Santa's Husband. Well, with the Christmas holiday right around the corner, millions of people are getting really into the spirit with the thoughts of family and gifts and, of course, Santa Claus.
So do us a favor here.
Yeah.
Victor had a very good idea.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes with me and think of Santa and his spouse. Now open them. This is the cover of the new book. Is this the image that popped in your head? This is the cover of Santa's Husband, a new children's book that hits stores nationwide this holiday season. And joining me now, the author, Daniel Kibblesmith, and illustrator Ashley Quach. Good morning to both of you.
Hi, hey, good morning.
So,
thanks for having us.
Certainly, thank you for coming in. This is new. Daniel, first to you, what inspired Santa's Husband?
It was sort of inspired by the annual tradition we have in this country of pretending that there's a giant war on Christmas and that traditional Christmas is under attack. So, among other things, we were reading all of the news about the Mall of America hiring a black Santa Claus last year. And me and my now wife made a joke on Twitter that if we ever had a child, they would only know about black Santa Claus. And if they saw a white Santa Claus at the mall, we would just explain, well, that's his husband. And then
Well, this is yet another attack on Christmas. If you are finding this funny, hit the laughter button all across social media. Garris Matthews on Facebook says, "Are you kidding me?" Michelle says, "I'm inspired, but you are so far, Andy." Robert White says, "Good evening, Andy. Hey, brother, peace. Missed you Saturday at the Hillsborough meet and greet." And on YouTube, we have Larry Popsicle say, "You think we'll ever get him to pronounce names correctly?" And Sierra McGowan says, "LOL, that is funny." Guys, all across the United States, we're seeing this war on conservative values. Now, we're not here to talk about gay rights and the difference between gay and straight and things like that. But what we are going to say is that Santa has been the same Santa for years and years and years. He has been the same Kris Kringle with Mother Christmas since day one of the Christmas story. Now, I do think that there is a belief system out there that believes that Santa is there to take away and detract from, Christian conservative values about what Christian is. And there is an argument there to say that, it kind of detracts from the birth of Jesus and so on and so forth. But there are people out there that don't believe in Jesus. There are people that don't believe in a Christian view. Now, although most of us probably do believe in the birth of Christ and the idea of the birth of Christ and the idea of Christianity, I would say that the vast majority of our kids also believe in Santa Claus, and there's nothing wrong with that. Keegan Sapp says, "I'm just here waiting for the chainsaw bayonet for Christmas." Carissa Gandy says, "I left my kids, there is no Santa. I want my credit." I tell my kids there is no Santa. I want my credit. And that's something that we're seeing, as well, is that Carissa does not tell her kids that there's Santa. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. Marcus Cruz on Facebook and Joe Hudson are giving the middle finger to the book. Ellison on YouTube as well saying good evening. And Keith Stevens saying, hey all. Mike Wilson saying, heck no. These are just kind of what we're seeing in the United States. It's a war on our minds. What their goal is to, for some reason, make it weird that a man and a woman should unite, and make it weird that a man and a woman can get married, and make it odd that a man and a woman can have kids together, and instead make other things the norm. Now, I'm not here gay bashing. It's not me saying that, gays are bad, or I look down on gays, or I judge gays. My sister, Candace, is gay, and I love her to death. Oftentimes, I want to hang out with her a lot more often than I want to hang out with my boring straight friends. But, it is one of those things that culture is telling us that it's weird to be straight, and it's weird to have a wife if you're a husband, and so on and so forth. And it is just absolutely ridiculous. The far side of this belief system, the far side of this ideology, is what you are about to see here. And everybody on Facebook and YouTube, I want to see the anger face in just a second. This video is vile, and you must understand that this is not going to make you, happy. Larry Popsicle says, Santa is a form of the word saint. I don't think any gay people have been sainted, though. And that's on YouTube. And Tom says, Andy in capital letters on Facebook. Todd Kuka says, I'm a Christian and of the Finnish descent. I know that the real Santa lives in Finland, and I celebrate Christmas as the birth of my Savior. I don't care what others believe or what they change. Just don't expect me to endorse it. And Dominique Mirza saying, hi, I'm armed, trained, and carrying daily. So guys, again, the far side of this belief system is what you are about to see right here. Unfortunately, take a look.
Screams fill the evening sky as family members try to cope with what happened in the South Memphis community. 2 children, ages 2 and 3, left home alone shortly before a fire broke out.
During our search procedures, we located 2 small children Those children were transported to Labana Hospital in critical condition.
The two boys were left unattended while their mother and aunt left home to go drop off a friend.
We left about, I don't know what time it was, because we went and dropped this dude off at home so he had cut her grass and stuff. So we went and dropped him off at home.
Sometime after that, 911 received a call from neighbors saying the house was on fire.
Pulled up and we heard a lady hollering, and when she hollered, she was hollering 2 kids was in the house.
Peter was calling me on the telephone and she was telling me the house was on fire. The house was on fire. And so we were hurrying up to get here.
Neighbors say they heard screams coming from the home and rushed to the back door to try to rescue the 2 children. However, when they got there, the flames and smoke were too powerful for them to enter.
It was really hurtful to hear kids and not hollering. But I wasn't for sure it was kids. I thought it was the radio. So by the time I tried to get in the hall, the smoke pushed me back out. It was too strong. I couldn't see nothing. So when they pulled them out, it really hurted my heart that I couldn't get to them.
They were just slumped over like rag dolls, you know. When they picked them up, their arms was down, their legs was just hanging, and, you know, everybody went into an emotional uproar.
However, the children's aunt, who left the house with the mother, said she has no regrets about leaving the children home alone.
No, I really don't, you know, because, I mean, if they had been there by themselves, I don't know how the house got caught on fire. I don't know if the boys set it on fire or somebody threw something in there to set it on fire. I really need to get in there and see that my purse burn up. Because I had my food stamp card and everything in there.
In Memphis, Marcus Hunt.
I'm going to replay that for you. Listen to this ideology of this woman. I am so angry. Everybody on social media right now, everybody hit the anger button right now. Take a look.
Leaving the children home alone.
No. I really don't, you know, because, I mean, if they had been there by themselves, I don't know how the house got caught on fire. I don't know if the boys set it on fire or somebody threw something in there to set it on fire. I really need to get in there and see that my purse burn up.
I really need to get in there and see if my purse burned up. That's what her response is. I really need to get in there and see if my purse burned up. If you are angry about this on social media, hit the anger button right now, because I will tell you there's nothing worse than somebody leaving their kid alone in a home. Lindsay Renard says, who would leave their young child alone in a house? And Lou Caldwell says, that is absolutely not acceptable behavior on anybody's part. Now, what these people are going to believe, what these people are going to think is that it's somebody else's fault, it's somebody else's reasoning, it's somebody else's thing. And this woman here is saying that she's worried more about her purse being in the house and seeing if her purse is all right. And if that makes you fired up and angry, hit the anger button all across social media. Blue Dingo 22 on YouTube says, is she for real? Mike Nevermon says angry and pissed, and Rawl says more worried about her EBT card. Joe Hudson is yelling on YouTube as well. And Larry Popsicle says, for 4 hours, wasn't it? It sure was. Well over that. Brian Sharp says she should never get food stamps again. And Garris Matthews says she needs her food stamps. And on Facebook again, Patrick says, wow, worry about the food stamps card. Absolutely ridiculous. I am angry about that. I hope that you are too. And we need to do what it takes to stop that ideology. We need to do what it takes to implant a good ideology into our kids. To implant, if somebody in our community is doing wrong with their kids, to hold them accountable. If somebody in our community needs help with their kids, to help them. If somebody in our community needs us to be there for them. We had a special opportunity this last weekend to have an excellent opportunity with the Hill Motorcycle Group out of Spring Hill to be able to help a situation in need, a group of people in need in this country called the Special Olympics, and it went over wonderfully. What a successful event. Take a look. The second annual charity motorcycle ride by the Hill to support Special Olympics was a huge success. We learned 2 major lessons. Number 1, when there's a group of bikers around reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, nobody is kneeling, because it may just be a risk to their health and well-being. And 2, there's nothing like having a group of bikers descend past City Hall on their way to Florida Gun Supply. It was a wonderful event this weekend, and I was really honored to be part of it. It was planned months and months ago, but I was very honored to be part of it. And I want to share with you guys a little something. I know you guys were asking about the AR-15 and that sort of thing. We were able to give the AR-15 away. The winner was a local winner, part of the motorcycle group. He spent over $125 in tickets to support it. But that AR-15 that we gave away actually raised almost the exact same amount of money that the entire event did. So with that one AR-15 that we donated 50% of here at Florida Gun Supply, we actually doubled the revenue that was there for the Special Olympics, and you at home were part of it. I want you to give yourselves a big thumbs up on Facebook and YouTube, all across social media. Hit the thumbs up button because we did something great with that AR-15, and I am so glad to be part of it. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience to be part with these guys, one of the best motorcycle clubs in the country, and I really want you to support them as well as the Special Olympics next year. I was very honored to be part of it. Now, as we are getting ready for Christmas and we have helped out the Special Olympics to have a great Christmas, one of the things that I need you to know about right now is that here at Florida Gun Supply, we are hosting, we're basically a drop-off point for toys for a guy named Lucas Van Gorder. Lucas Van Gorder is a great personal friend of mine who went through cancer by himself, and he throughout the his family support and the community support, he beat cancer. Hit the thumbs up button if you support Lucas Van Gorder beating cancer and putting an end to cancer all across the country. We are so proud of him and so pleased to be a part of what he is here doing. He is taking his life and investing it in the community in ways that we are proud to be part of. One of the things that he's doing is on Christmas Day this year, he's taking up toys to Shands Hospital in Gainesville to distribute them to kids who have cancer, the same types of cancer that he once had and was able to go into remission for. And we are so pleased to be thankful, so pleased to be part of it. And I want you to go out to Walmart. I know you've got a lot to buy. I know you've got a lot to spend money on. I understand. Buy something small. Drop it by Florida Gun Supply so that we can give it to Lucas Van Gorder so we can make a better day for these kids. And we are going to have a time as well. If you can come down and help Lucas get some of these presents, make sure that you're able to do that. We definitely want to be here for him and for these kids in Shands because it is very important to be there for people. Jordan Sprague, good to see you. Katie Scarlett, good to meet you in this video chat tonight. Greetings, Earthling, she says. And Sarah, everybody on YouTube is giving a thumbs up. Tom Tomey says, how much did you raise? A little less than $5,000 in the whole event with the motorcycles. Now, we're going to play a little bit of a blast from a past, and it may be a little bit offensive to you out there. If it is, I don't really care. This is part of our history at Florida Gun Supply, and it's one of the videos that I found the most funny. This is one of our Christmas videos from last year, and it's a great segue into our Christmas video for this year. Take a look.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. Little did we know we might have some unwelcome guests wearing towels on their head and bulletproof vests. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of Isis below instilled the fear of Allah, with my sign all aglow. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but two ISIS fools who will never come near.
Muslim free zone sign works every time.
I'm Andy with Florida Gun Supply, and if you want to make your home safe from ISIS, all you need is one of our Muslim free zone signs that you can pick up at FloridaGunSupply.com. I'm Andy Hallen with Florida Gun Supply, and I want you to get armed, get trained, and carry daily.
Oh,
This is one of our all-time favorite videos. Brett McFarlane on Facebook says, this is one of my favorite videos. Katie Scarlett says, snort on Facebook. And Garris says, love seeing this video again. My son loves this video. And people on YouTube are laughing as well. Keith says, can you share a link for us to share? Yeah, I'll upload it to YouTube after this. Now, George McClelland is one of our most recent supporters that I'm seeing doing some huge things out there in this community and helping build the Florida gun supply community. So I want to give a quick kudos and a shout out to him. George, thank you for all that you do and inviting other people to be part of what we are doing at Florida Gun Supply. And thank you for being awesome. Everybody give a thumbs up right now for George McClelland and being part of this. Now, Roger Williams says, what happened to your YouTube channel? And that's a good question. We had over 55,000 subscribers. We had about 500,000 views every month on YouTube. But we made a mistake. We uploaded 3 separate videos that violated YouTube's terms and conditions. One of them, the last 2 of them were 2 drone strike videos, right? We had one video where an ISIS guy wasn't wearing a helmet and he gets blown out of the off the planet by a United States drone strike, and another drone strike video where an ISIS party gets crashed. Both of those videos were directly the cause of us losing our YouTube channel, and unfortunately there is no way to re-enlist, but you can go on to Florida Gun Supply and type in on youtube.com and type in Florida Gun Supply. We do have a new channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. A lot of people are watching. Kevin Parker, Joe Hudson, Raw Castillo, Larry Popsicle, and Sierra Sean, Michael on there as well. And it is something that we are trying to build up and trying to make great again. Now, the video that you just showed was a very lighthearted video that we did based on the Muslim Free Zone sign that we sold for a while. And our goal with the Muslim Free Zone wasn't to, keep Muslims out of our store. We don't really have a problem with that here in Inverness, Florida. We wanted people across the United States to know that it's okay to ask tough questions about radical Islam. We had San Bernardino, Chattanooga, Tennessee, back to back. And people, neighbors and friends were saying, we noticed very odd things with these radical extremists before they committed these atrocities and people died. But we didn't report them because we were afraid of being called Islamophobic or racist. And so they didn't actually share them. And so it led to a loss of life with the extreme political correctness issue that we were having in the country. So we put a sign outside of our door to offend as many people as possible to have a conversation about radical Islam. And it went great. It did exactly what it did. But then Morgan & Morgan came along and filed a lawsuit in federal court. Everybody on YouTube and Facebook right now, hit the thumbs down button for Morgan & Morgan. These people are not for the people. And this year, they're getting coal. Take a look.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven
Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature.
John Morgan seen cussing in a bar, completely drunk, instead of for the people, for the reefer.
Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrow.
In July 2015, Morgan & Morgan teamed up with a terrorist organization to file a lawsuit against Florida Gun Supply. Morgan & Morgan claimed Florida Gun Supply was discriminating for refusing to sell guns to extremists. By November of 2015, we had already won the lawsuit. Morgan & Morgan is on Santa's Naughty List. It's time. Now, I'm not going to get into my specific plans for Morgan & Morgan this week, but I will tell you that there will be a video and there will be coal. It's time for us to stand up for what we believe in and make a difference out there, to inspire others to get out there and make a difference. And we use social media all the time to do that. Social media is one of the most effective ways that we can come together and create a strong Second Amendment presence all across the United States. We tried something new this week when we debuted our new stocking gift. Okay, our stocking comes with a Survival Frog tactical stocking, which has a bunch of clips and things that you can, put different knives and tools. It's a great little stocking. The stocking itself is rather inexpensive. It's $12.95 for just the stocking. But we debuted the Mohammed targets. We created a package with the Liberal Tears gun oil that we've been pushing pretty hard this Christmas season. And it came with a Florida Gun Supply sticker as well. And these we launched on a social media campaign that went very well, the end of which had over 147 active people on our website looking at one time. I want to show you just a quick clip from the video to show you exactly what we did, and it was very important that you guys helped us out with this. I wasn't exactly prepared. I wasn't able to get this in, but I'll show you just a quick clip of the video to show you what we did. Take a look. Hi guys, this is Andy with Florida Gun Supply going live. It is right now, it is Tuesday evening, about 4:51 p.m. What I've got behind me is a traffic count. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. This is a traffic count of exactly who is on our website right now and what they are doing. We have just launched a brand new product, a brand new package deal that we've never done before for Christmas. This is huge. And by the end of this video, I guarantee this number here, this 31 here, is going to be much higher. Right now, we've got 35 people on the website. So basically, you get the point, right? So in the beginning of this video, we're sitting there and we're like, look, we're debuting this product. Then halfway through the video, take a look at how many people are on the site. We're debuting the product, we're showing it, we're explaining exactly what's in the product and explaining exactly how it works. And take a look at how much traffic there is on the website after we explain what's in it. 90 people at one time. Hit the thumbs up button if that's exciting. It is totally exciting for us. Hit the thumbs up button. Then at the end of this video, we had over 128 people on the video. This is exciting, guys. We're using social media in a way that we're vying for people's minds. Yes, it's just a product. It's a tactical stocking. Yes, it's just a product. Yes, we're making money off it. But it is a bigger idea than that. The ideas that we have on social media are powerful. And we are able to come together and share things that actually are good to share. We're able to share things that actually make a difference. And you at home are helping a small business like ours to make a bigger impact. Although it is just a product, we are making a much bigger impact. People like Adam, I never know how to say your last name, Bucci, from Gray Gorilla Tactical. Thank you for joining us tonight. Gray Gorilla Tactical is a company that I trust with my life. Whenever I'm out in public at a speaking engagement or an event, I am wearing a concealed bulletproof vest provided by Adam and Gray Gorilla Tactical at a wonderful price. If you need more information about concealable tactical armor that will stop an AR-15 or anything else, it's Class 3A. Hit me up on a private message and I'll get you in touch. And I want to say a big thank you to Peyton for joining us tonight. Peyton is the 9-year-old kid that we continually show as we go, who is absolutely owning the Florida Gun Supply method of safe gun handling to make sure that people understand how easy it is. Take a look. Peyton. No. Is it Peyton? Yeah. Hey, Peyton. How old are you? All right. Ready when you are. That was a 9-year-old kid giving the Florida Gun Supply method of safe gun handling. Hit the thumbs up button if you think that that was absolutely wonderful, because that's how easy our method is. And that's a really, really exciting thing. Sorry, guys, we had to remove a couple haters on YouTube here. So we are continuing through here. I've got another video I want to show you guys a little bit about. This is not something that is exciting. This is not something that we are happy about, but it is something that you need to see. It went down at a Costco 3 days ago. Take a look. Surveillance video shows off-duty officer tracking Costco gunman. As most everyone else fled the gunman in Costco in Kansas City, Kansas, surveillance video has been released Thursday showing a swift-moving off-duty officer circling behind the man moments before the officer gunned him down. This is somebody who happened to be shopping that Sunday morning. On November 26th, is seen in a cat-like with his gun, concealed behind his right leg as he tracked this guy. He identified himself to Costco employees, ran into the store as everyone was running out, and used his tactical advantage as he slipped behind him and made his way to the back of the store. Take a look what happens. This is horrifying, horrifying, horrifying. And this is not something that we're seeing in the mainstream media. It's so frustrating that we don't see this. If this makes you angry, hit the anger button all across social media. It makes me angry that we don't see this because it's not playing a role in the agenda of the biased media. So all of these people are running through Costco. They're running away from the gunman and the active shooter. And you can see later on here the police officer coming up and using the tactical advantage to defend human life. And you see these two guys coming up, and the officer comes up and stops the threat. If you are thankful that this officer was there, hit the thumbs up button on social media right now, because it is absolutely imperative that we get armed, get trained, and carry daily so we can stop bad guys like this. This Costco shooter was set to kill as many people as he possibly could. No word on motives just yet. Definitely make sure that you take a look on Google to find more information, because it is an atrocious thing that somebody would just run into a store and use a firearm to try to hurt as many people as possible. Things are happening all across the country that we need to defend ourselves from. I've just had a couple of people this week that messaged us and said, we needed to use our gun in self-defense this week. The story will be coming out soon. Take a look what happened to a Louisiana gun owner saved a day when a burglar broke into his house armed.
I don't give a you stay where you are. Stay on your face. Stay on your face.
I have to go, bro, please.
Back up and get where you can get me.
I need to go with father.
No, see, you just tried to break into the wrong house. You just stay where you located, right there. Don't move. Who are you here with?
Because
Who are you here with?
Look. I go. I don't go, man. Please, bro.
How you doing, man?
Look, man.
He was trying to break in my daughter's car. Then when I came around the side of the house, he was pulling my screen off right here. Okay. So I put cuffs on him, so I don't know. I didn't check him thoroughly to see if he had any firearms on him. I used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So look, I mean, this guy is clearly defending his home, and that's a really, really important thing to do, to defend your home from your kid, from your kids getting hurt and people getting harmed. David Spencer says it doesn't fit the liberal agenda. Gabriel Novotny says, Andy, I didn't see your last show. Did you cover the cop shooting the young man in the hallway? I wanted your opinion on that. I don't know if I covered that in my last show. I had it prepared, but I don't know if I actually went into it. And Carissa Gandy says he used to be a cop. Garrett says, I live here in Baton Rouge where this happened. The news is not showing this at all. No. A couple of things. Number one, the use of handcuffs, right? You are allowed to use reasonable force to restrain somebody when they are acting into a felony. A home invasion in Florida is definitely that. So you would be able to use a pair of handcuffs, and I do suggest having them on hand in case of emergency, because if somebody doesn't have something in their hands, they cannot harm you. However, it's very difficult for us who are untrained in the use of handcuffs to get handcuffs on somebody that's struggling. Luckily, this particular guy gave up and wasn't fighting, although the police officer may have used some of his skills to intervene as well. So yes, it's legal to use handcuffs in the home invasion type situation. It is something that it might be worthy to have on hand in case of emergency, but the bigger thing is early detection, an alarm system, a dog, something that's going to alert you of an intruder sooner rather than later. The sooner that you get the drop on them, the better off you are, and the more likely that you have a positive outcome for that situation. Now, one of the things that you need to not ever do is be involved in road rage. Take a look at bike rage.
Oh, ma vaffanculo! Ma sta un po' attento, coglione! Vaffanculo! Adesso te la faccio vedere io.
Yes, that's a bottle rocket. Thumbs up for this. This is amazing. Thumbs up for the bottle rocket guy. I love it.
Vai, vai!
Every once in a while, it's good to have a good sense of humor.
Vai, vai! Vai, vai! Fai simpatico! Vai, vai, coglione! Fai simpatico!
Gabriel Navani says, this seems like it was a setup. He had his bike ready to rocket the crap out of people, LOL. David Spencer says, absolutely, I have an 80-pound pit bull here. And Carissa says, Gabriel, do you mean the guy who attacked the cop when he got called out for a disturbance and chased the cop down when he was running away? Roger Williams says, I got other WEPs. And Joe Hudson says, got him. Rawl says, zip ties work. Guys, it's very important that we understand that we need to be prepared for any emergency. That's one of the reasons that we have every other weekend our bowling pin shoot, which is absolutely a blast. No pun intended. This weekend we had a little bit of a surprise. I'll tell you about that after we watch the promo. Take a look. The goal of bowling pin shooting is to create a fun, competitive, and practical shooting experience that will sharpen your handgun skills under pressure. But everybody can expect an event that will improve your skills in the company of fellow shooters who are supportive. We want you to find out more at www.shootingteams.com. The bowling pin shoot is absolutely wonderful. We had a little bit of a surprise this weekend. We actually set up some shaving cream bottles at the end, and it was a riot. Our next bowling pin shoot will be on December 30th, I believe, which will be an absolute blast. Let me just double check. It should be on the 30th, yep, at 9 a.m. Please make sure that you are there for this event because it will be a lot of fun. Guys, I want to last video I do want to show for you is a video that we've been working on showing you for the last couple weeks, and finally I'm able to do that, and it's a great segue into the last thing I have to talk about. Take a look. You can see a juvenile walking up to a police car, and he sees that the door was somewhat open, and he opens the door and helps himself to what's inside. This is how brazen people are getting these days, that there is a camera. It's very obvious to see the camera recording, and it is a very dumb thing. The police officer would leave the car unlocked and the door ajar. This man steals an assault rifle, a stun gun, and rounds of ammunition from the police car. And of course, the assault rifle is the nomenclature given by the biased media. The assault rifle is actually an AR-15. Steals the, a bunch of stuff and just helps himself. I mean, look at all the lights going on. Look at all the people around. And this kid just feels like he can help himself to anything that this police officer has. If this makes you angry, hit the anger button all across social media. Unfortunately, in this world, we need access to both locks and Glocks to keep our stuff safe. And it is very unfortunate that it is here. Bob says, did I miss the gun giveaway? That is not tonight. We do have a free gun going on. It's a Glock 19 Gen 5 at FloridaGunSupply.com. Now, if you happen to need a new AR-15, our AR-15 building class is par none. Take a look.
Something I've always wanted to do with Florida Gun Supply is take their famous AR-15 build class. And guess what? We did it today. Merry Christmas for mother and son.
It's been awesome so far. I got this built so far. So, I just automatically assumed that in Texas there would be tons of opportunities, tons of places that would have these types of classes. And there just wasn't. It's actually pretty rare.
The whole class was awesome. Just putting together a gun, something that you can call your own, that you built and made, knowing how to take it apart, and put it together or modify it if you want to put different grips on it or anything like that.
Was it worth the money?
Yeah, for sure it was worth the money.
Good.
Every day. Can barely buy a assembled one for this cost.
You need to get armed and trained and carry daily.
Yeah, the AR-15 class is par none. I mean, we have mothers take it with their kids. We have people fly from other states to take this class. It's a wonderful class, $750. Build it, shoot it, take it home. We have some new people tonight watching the show. Rodney Cook, Jim Abatoy, Abatoy. What do you, give me a guess for that? Abatoy? Christopher Flanagan, you guys are new, and so you guys are getting stickers courtesy of Florida Gun Supply. If you've won a sticker tonight, send an email to carissa@floridagunsupply.com with your address that we can ship these stickers out. If you have already won a sticker, please do not send your information over because we want to make sure that we give it to new people. On-timers, people who are on time that also win a free sticker. Joe Hudson, Hobby Garippa, Felicia Fitzgerald. You do this on purpose, I swear. Felicia Fitzgerald, Rick Bastian, you guys have all won stickers courtesy of Florida Gun Supply. David Spencer on Facebook says, my dad was a cop and out to the range one day. There were guys out there with expensive modified guns trying to knock down bowling pins. Knock down bowling pins and not doing very well. They invited him to try. Dad pulled out his service revolver, knocked down 6 pins, left them standing there scratching their heads. Brian says, when I win the Glock, I'm going to raffle it off. That's awesome. Brian Sharp is another one of these guys that we see. I want to give a quick shout out for him. He's been going above and beyond lately, volunteering for each one of our classes. He volunteered to detail the car that we are going to be giving away for Christmas. I'll give you an update on that in a second. And detailing this car, guys, is no small job. Robert Gwynn, one of our awesome volunteers here and staff members here, took the back seat off this car, and there is just years and years and years of debris and toys in the back seat, and Brian is going to volunteer to take that out. But guys, my son and I, Christopher, were driving around all day looking for places to repair that car. We stopped at Ford, Chevy. We stopped at a bunch of different garages, and finally, my boys down at City Tire in Inverness decided that they're going to help out. They are only charging us about $400 for the repairs that we need, which is basically about 50% of what we should be paying them. If you guys support that, make sure you go write a good review for City Tire in Inverness, and make sure that you do, honestly, go write a good review for City Tire in Inverness, because a lot of our haters that are watching this video will go and write a bad review just because they're doing something great for the community. That's how these haters are. Don Dameron says, Merry Christmas, Patriots. Rodney Cook says, how about I'll swing by the store tomorrow afternoon? We'd love to see you. And David says, if I win the Glock, it's going to be my daily carry. Speaking of daily carry, one of the best ways to carry is a Versa carry. This is the holster that I recommend above all others. The Versa carry is a very versatile holster that makes it just you and the firearm. The way that it works is that you have your barrel of your gun. It clicks right into place on the notch of the Versa carry holster, and it clips on the outside of your belt. This is the best way, in my opinion, to carry daily, because obviously that's our message here. Now, I'm going to play one more quick video for you, just a quick little repeat of a motorcycle video as you guys think of some questions for us tonight, and then we're signing off. Take a look. The second annual charity motorcycle ride by The Hill to support Special Olympics was a huge success. We learned 2 major lessons. Number 1, when there's a group of bikers around reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, nobody is kneeling, because it may just be a risk to their health and well-being. And 2, there's nothing like having a group of bikers descend past City Hall on their way to Florida Gun Supply. Jacob Novotny, thank you for the reminder. There will be no show next week. It is Christmas Eve, and I will be spending time with my family. I might just pop on real quick and say hello to all you guys and share with what you're doing and what we're doing on Christmas Eve. You know, we're going to miss you guys next week, but the following week we'll be back in business. Adam Bucci, next time I'm up there, I want a sticker. Adam, send an email to Carissa at Florida Gun Supply with your address. We'd be happy to help you out since you help me out with my vest that I wear every day. Gabriel Novotny says, my question, Andy, if you have time, you don't need to go into extreme detail. What do you think about the cop shooting the young man in the hallway? Just wondering what your opinion is on that. This is the video where I believe where the cop, and the reason I didn't play it, guys, I think I know what you're talking about. Is this the video where, sorry, Jacob Novotny, reminder, next week is Christmas Day. It's not Christmas Eve. So yes, we will not be going live that night. But Gabriel's saying, my question, Andy, about this guy. So the video is this, and this is, correct me if this is the video that you're talking about. There's a young man that is walking, that has been doing some bad things with guns. I forget the exact specifics. In a hotel room, the cops get called, SWAT team comes. AR-15 on the cop, trained on this kid. The kid's giving up, saying, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, and he's crawling to the officer. The officer's giving him a multitude of different things to do, and the kid is either on drugs or not paying attention, or it's very stressful, and at one point reaches behind him, brings his hand back forward, and the cop lights him up with 5 rounds from an AR-15 at very close range, obviously ending the poor kid's life. I do not believe the cop was he was acquitted from any charges, but I do not believe that particular situation was warranted or necessary. I think the cop was ready to fire, and I believe the cop should not be on the force again. Because it definitely, in my opinion, was over the top. Now, because the kid put his hand behind and brought the hand forward, we do have the ability to say that the cop was justified, but unfortunately, I just think that the cop was absolutely wrong, and the video actually breaks my heart. I've got a soft spot in my heart for that kid. Bob says, if the cop tells you instructions, do what he says. I agree, Bob, but when you are in this situation, or when this kid was in this situation, it was very difficult for me to keep on top of what the instructions were, let alone this poor kid who had a bunch of cops aiming guns at him, shouting different things. You know, definitely. Bill says, the next person to dry fire a gun in my shop will be forced to walk down the street and bring me back a sandwich. That is awesomely hilarious. William says, Bill Mosby says, happy birthday, Carissa. And everybody looks like they're agreeing. Guys, listen, this has been a really great show tonight. I had a lot of fun putting this one together, especially the Morgan & Morgan stuff. I'm not going to give away my secrets, but do look for my next Morgan & Morgan video where Cole will be presented. We're going to be heading down to the Tampa Morgan & Morgan office and passing out some coal for Christmas. So definitely take a look for that. That will be the Tampa Morgan & Morgan office on Friday, and we're very excited for that to happen. Jacob says, you dry fire it, you buy it. Bob says, I feel for both the cop and the perp. And Adam says, to be clear, I was saying that the bike charity ride was a great video. I appreciate you saying that, Adam. Guys, this is Andy with Florida Gun Supply. I am so excited to be part of this community. I am honored to be in front of the screen tonight, to be there with you guys, to celebrate, to mourn, to inspire and encourage, and to help make this community, this country, and our families the best possible country, community, and families that we can. This is Andy with Florida Gun Supply. Get armed, get trained, carry daily, and long live this beautiful republic. I love that I never know how to find the button at the end to find the ending of the video. Good night, guys. And we are muted. What a good show for having no prep time. That was amazing.
We were 10 minutes late.
10 minutes was nothing. You know how late Donald Trump is when he gives his shows and he does his live shows?
You're better than Donald Trump.
No,
Be better than
Donald Trump is the man. James Edward Zuna.
I have a question.
Good name. Zuna.
I have a question. How is it that if Felicia Fitzgerald, she won a sticker, right?
Yes, yeah.
Say that.
Fitzgerald.
No, the whole thing.
Felicia Fitzgerald. Felicia Fitzgerald. What about Hobie Garipa?
I think that's a fake name, although I assume everybody's lying about it.
That's probably Eddie Peters.
Probably.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
No, so like Gregory Zerniak.
That's a terrible name.
These are all fake names. These are all fake profiles.
Yeah, like Rick Bastian.
You've created And
Bob
you're
Pibbs,
commenting
Pahibbies.
on Fibs.
Pibbs.
You're just commenting all of these wonderful things about yourself.
Brian D. Sharp Sr.
What is a Z-dick? What is a
Spencer
Z-dick?
Zdick.
No, Z-dick.
Zdick.
It's Z-dick. Spencer Z-dick.
John Price, always on time. Garris Matthews is awesome.
Yeah, where's your present? Isn't John Price supposed to be sending you a
John
watch?
Price is supposed to be sending me a watch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
This would be great.
It better be like a $500 watch.
I hope so. So seriously, it was totally cool seeing this guy that sold me my bulletproof vest. He met me in a parking lot before one of our big events and sold me this bulletproof vest for this long march that we had. It was amazing.
That's not shady.
It was totally amazing. Yeah, no, it was not. He owns a business. Great Guerrilla Tactical. We're gonna do a video
meeting
eventually.
strange men in
And
parking
you know what?
lots.
I gotta tell you about this. I gotta tell you about this vest. It's made of this technology that's called non-Newtonian technology. So when it's nice and soft until you shoot it, then it gets hard as a rock and protects your innards from
Yeah, well, I've
melting and
smelt
dying.
your bulletproof vest, and it is awful. Whatever they need to do to make it not stinky, with that kind of technology would be beneficial.
I've been thinking all day about how I'm going to break it to our subscribers and supporters that I signed up for the
Libertarian.
No. I didn't sign up for a libertarian. I signed up for the t-shirt.
Andy's becoming a libertarian.
It's not true.
It is
It's
true.
a t-shirt.
You know, there's nothing wrong with
What is it?
supporting
Libertarian-
liberty.
What is the name of the shirt?
Libertarian country.
Yes, they've got some good shirts.
I know. I wear them
I'm
all
not
the
a
time.
libertarian. I would never be a libertarian. I don't believe
They
in
have
libertarian.
funny shirts too that aren't political.
Did you know Massachusetts made marijuana actually like completely legal today?
Yeah, like
You can
a
walk
year
around.
ago. It was a year ago.
It's like no. This is a new thing. It's
No. I posted it like 3 days ago specifically for you, waiting for you to find my post.
You're so annoying.
But it was a year ago.
You're so annoying. You're so annoying. No, I am not a libertarian. I'm a true blue conservative. I'm one of the most conservative people you can meet. However, this website has some cool shirts.
Did you know that William Mosby's real name is Ivan Snot Pockets?
Did you know that Brian D. Sharp's real name is Christine Pemberton?
I'm not going there. Gucci. Adam
Hobie
Gucci.
Bootwell just messaged me.
Hobie Boot. That's a real person. A fake name. I told you it was a fake name.
Brian Sharp, libertarian.
You know what?
Is the libertarian.
I am going to un-good word you.